You're listening to Just Hit Play with your hosts, Peter and Nick Cabral. If you're tired of your stagnant, streamed music feed, then strap yourselves in for an intergenerational sonic journey through Peter and Nick's favorite songs.
Welcome to episode 173 of Just Hit Play. I'm your host, Peter. With me is my co-host, Nick. Nick, how's it going?
It's going well, man. I'm doing really well. I've finally written my licensing board exam, so pending the results of that, I will be a registered respiratory therapist. But most excitingly, it means I don't have to spend my free time studying for that exam anymore. So
right.
Very happy, very excited.
That's over for the time being.
Yes.
Do you have to register every year? Do you have to take that test every year?
No. If I pass, I do not have to take that ever again.
Oh, good. Well, when we talk about Motorhead, we're going to get into some medical history there. So I might need your expertise a little bit when we talk about some of the things that the lead singer Lemmy from Motorhead went through. So, I'll give you a heads up on that one right now.
Okay.
And you went to a show, so you have a concert review to give us.
I do, yeah. I saw Coldplay yesterday.
Okay.
Coldplay, obviously, just what an incredible band to see live. If anyone listening is like a fan or even a casual fan of Coldplay, I highly recommend checking them out next time they're in a city near you, right, because they're just consummate professionals and the exceptional performers. Their live show's so good.
Where did you see them? I
saw them at Rogers Stadium, which is the brand new temporary purpose-built venue that is the result of Live Nation, Ticketmaster, and Rogers coming together, which is never a good thing when those three are collaborating. So,
I watched the documentary on the Astro World Tour, whatever that one with who's that guy?
The Astrofest, Travis Scott.
Yeah. I saw the documentary Trainwreck. I think it was on Netflix, and Live Nation does not come off well from that documentary. No. I'll say that.
No, they do not.
No. So, yeah. Live Nation have been around for a while, and one of their big acts that they first signed was U2 back in the day. U2 learned that when they did Zoo TV, they did not make a lot of money because it was such an expensive concert to run, especially having to move it all over the place. So when Live Nation came around, I think for the next tour, Live Nation paid for everything up front, and the band didn't have to pay for nothing. So they obviously Live Nation took a big cut, but the band had no money up front they needed to do. It was all done by Live Nation, which I think is pretty much how Live Nation works now.
Yeah. Live Nation also owns almost, I'd say 3/4 of music venues in North America are owned by Live Nation now, as well as Live Nation also owns Ticketmaster.
Yes.
So it's very much a monopoly situation there.
Conglomerates are always not a very good thing. So we don't need more conglomerates.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Live Nation is they're everywhere. You can't stop them.
No, they are. I think that's about it. I have this week off, so I haven't been up to anything. I've just been really relaxing because the next 2 weeks, I think I'm working. Out of 14 days, I might be working 12 days of those. So, so I'm just relaxing this week. And then next week, it's going to be a bad couple of weeks coming up for me. So that's my relaxing week.
Same for me as well. I work 7 out of the next 8 days.
Okay.
And then I have a couple days off, and I'm working 4 straight again after that.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get into some music. Let's go for it. You ready?
Yeah, I am. Let's do it.
Okay. So I wanted to see over the next few weeks, I'm going to give you some songs. I'm going to see if you're going to add these to your workout song list. And the first of those was Ace of Spades by Motorhead. Darren, just hit play on Ace of Spades. All right, Nick, first question. Are you going to add this song to your workout list?
It's in there already. Hell yeah. It's really good.
Yeah. Okay. So, great song released in November 1980, and was the band's most commercially successful album and single. So it went to number 4 on the album charts and then up to number 15 on the single charts, if you can believe that.
You know what? I can believe it because I like the song. It doesn't seem far-fetched to me that this was successful.
This is a hard-hitting song. Motorhead are just one of those bands that people just remember forever. They're. I'm going to get into how contradictory the band is in a lot of ways. But just with the music alone, like it's just so in your face, and it's almost one of those weird songs to use for working out because it's so fast and so hard that maybe like I don't know if I could use it for a workout song because I think I'd be trying to like work out to the pace of the song. I think I'm more like I try to use more like slower songs, like songs with a more of a military beat when I work out. But you're younger than me, so maybe you do need this extra push and this extra jolt in your face kind of song. So is that pretty much what how you do it?
Yeah, I think I would listen to this song when I do interval runs where I have like a more higher intensity effort intervals. Like if I'm doing sprints, then like I'm throwing this in the queue. But typically when I work out, I like to listen to like mid-range BPM rap music with really heavy, deep 808 drums, like stuff that really fills my like head up with just like noise and bass. But I don't like the fastest BPMs.
For me, it's the Clash. I love the Clash. I love the military style of the Clash, and the beat is just so steady. So I listen to a lot of Clash when I run or when I work out. That's my beat.
My favorite artist to listen to when I work out is actually Yeet.
Okay.
Yeet is my number one workout artist. So
there you go.
I've hit a lot of PRs thanks to his music.
No problem. I remember when I was doing a lot of running, I would like go between music and like audiobooks or like podcasts. And then I found out that my numbers are so much better when I would listen to music versus like an audiobook, just because I guess you just try to run to the beat a little bit more. So I stopped listening to books and podcasts and just listen to music just so I could, I guess, get a better workout. So it's interesting how that works out.
Yeah, very interesting. I think I prefer music.
Yeah.
And I've yet to hit the gym to listen to Ace of Spades just because I've been so busy studying.
Yeah.
But believe me, when I do, I will report back.
Okay. So this album, Ace of Spades, is the name of the album as well. In 2020, Rolling Stone ranked it 408th greatest album of all time. So this is a classic album from 1980. So I remember this album. I think my older brother Lou, I don't think your dad owned this album. I think Lou owned this album. And, so 1980, 81, I would have been like 6, 7 years old when I was listening to this. And I remember looking at the liner notes in the back of the album, and they thank all the girls they had sex with during the making of or in past tours. So that's girls get a mention in the liner notes, which I thought was really funny. At the time, I didn't really understand it, but I'm in my 30s now, so I understand it now. So that was quite funny to me as a kid reading that, and it's pretty typical of what.
Did you just say you're in your 30s now?
Yeah, I'm in my mid to late 30s. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool.
I'm sticking with that, Nick.
All right, I'll let you have it.
Yeah. So when I was a kid, I was like, "What does that mean?" But now I sort of understand what it means. Yeah.
That's such a 80s band thing to do.
Yeah. Yes, it was. Well, let's speak of Lemmy. Lemmy is the lead singer and bass player of Motorhead. So he is known for his appearance. I don't know if you saw the video for this song.
No, I haven't. Let me look up what he looks like right now.
Yeah. Take a look at Lemmy from Motorhead.
Okay. Oh wow, great facial hair on the guy.
Yeah, known for his military style dress. He had mutton chops his whole life. Well, his whole adult life, I guess. And he had a lot of warts on his face. He was known for having a lot of warts, and he was a sex symbol. That's Lemmy from Motorhead. Yeah.
I feel like this guy, like he was probably born with those mutton chops.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like to me. Like he's had those forever.
So Lemmy is a bit of contradiction in terms. I mentioned how they thank all the women they had sex with in the liner notes. But he was like an advocate for women in music. Like he supported so many women in bands and gave them shots. Like the 80s and 90s was just such a weird time. Like nowadays he'd probably be canceled if he was out now because of the way he treats women. But at the time he was seen as sort of a good force for women in music. So that's a really weird contradiction just off the bat with Lemmy.
Interesting. He was a walking contradiction.
Yeah, and he bragged that he slept with, up to anywhere from 1,200 to 2,000 women over his career. When he was 17, he got a girl pregnant who was also 17, and they gave the kid up for adoption. And he tells the story where the mother later connected with the kid, but didn't have the heart to tell him who his father was. So, and the other funny story with Lemmy is he became friends with U2 and Bono, which is a really weird mix. And I only found this out after reading Bono's biography. And so how they met was U2 were playing a club in England, in London. And when the doors open up in the morning, the road crew started putting all their stuff in. And Lemmy was just locked in overnight in this club. So he had asked the club owner to lock him in, and he was just playing video games all night, probably Asteroid. If it's 1980, 81, that'd probably be the game that was popular at the time, or like Pac-Man. So Lemmy is in this club all night just playing video games and obviously drinking. He was a heavy drinker up until his death. And then U2 show up, and Lemmy is helping the band, helping the road crew just load up all the gear on stage.
Nice.
And so that's how U2 became friends with Lemmy from Motorhead.
What an unlikely duo. From everything you've just told me, I never would have guessed.
Okay, so let's talk about Lemmy for a second and his ailments. So Lemmy he did pass. So he did pass in 2015. Okay. So everything I'm going to tell you guys, if you're listening to this, kids, drugs and alcohol are a terrible thing. Okay. So in the year 2000, Lemmy's tour was canceled because he was hospitalized in Italy with the flu, exhaustion, and a lung infection. He was then hospitalized in 2005 in Germany for dehydration and extreme dehydration and exhaustion. As he got a little bit older, he started consuming less alcohol and less drugs because now he became a diabetic. And he used to smoke 2 packs a day, and he went down to 1 pack a day. Then, in 2013, he had an implantable cardioverter defibrillator fitted into his body.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. And then he had to cancel the concert in 2013 because he had a severe hematoma. Okay, so at the end of his life, he was using a walking stick. Again, he'd been smoking since the age of 11 and went from 2 packs a day to 1 pack a day. He was hospitalized for a lung infection in September 2015. And then finally, on December 28th, 4 days after his 70th birthday, he died in Los Angeles from prostate cancer, cardiac arrhythmia, and congestive heart failure. So He had a lot of things going on.
A lot of things, yeah. So that implantable cardioverter, do you understand what that is?
I kind of it gives your heart, I guess, if it's not beating correctly or if it stops beating, it gives it a little bit of a kick, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, it monitors, and if it detects that you flipped into like an arrhythmia, it basically defibrillates your heart to like get it back into like the normal rhythm it's supposed to be beating in automatically.
Right. Yeah, I kind of figured it was something like that. The other weird thing about Lemmy is that he was a cross-dresser in the time when cross-dressing wasn't really seen as like an everyday thing. So he would routinely dress up in women's clothes. So he was like so many contradictions with Lemmy. Like if he was around now, like would he be Harry Styles? Like who would Lemmy be? Like
that's a decent one, but very contradictory. Like you said, like that's nuts to think about this guy. Everything you've told me, like it's just conflicting pieces of information that I can't sort out in my head. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And he. Obviously, if you listen to the song, his raspy voice, punk rock loved Motorhead, and he said himself that he had more of a connection with punk rock music than like heavy metal music. So he worked with the Ramones. This one was interesting. In 2000, he did a record with I think it was called Lemmy and Friends, and he did a song with Janet Jackson. I've never heard it.
Okay.
But that's weird. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah,
What a weird guy.
Yeah. Yeah, and I met Lemmy was just bigger than life. Like everyone who worked with him, just they were just happy he was who he was. He wasn't hiding anything. He was just Lemmy from Motorhead, and that's who he was.
Yeah, I remember when he died, and like it was a huge response online. So
Yeah.
like, it obviously didn't really mean much to me because I wasn't like a fan, but seeing the public response to his death, like it was very apparent to me that he was a very beloved figure and musician. So yeah, it's too bad.
Yeah, interesting cat. Good band, heavy band, great song. So I always love Ace of Spades. Oh, that's my favorite Motorhead song of all time. So
Yeah, it's a great song. Great song. It really slaps.
yeah, hard song. Okay, let's get into the song of the summer.
The song of the summer. This week I got you to listen to yet another track by the one, the only, your favorite, Drake, Aubrey Graham. We're listening to my self-proclaimed song of the summer. Darren, just hit play on Nokia by Drake.
Who's calling that shit? Who's calling that shit? Who's calling that shit? Who's calling that shit? Who?
All right, so you are obviously a prolific Drake hater, but
love to hate the Drake.
Love to hate the Drake, but this song Nokia, did it move you at all?
Okay, let me go with the positives of what I liked about the song. It was 4 minutes and something, 4 minutes and change. Perfect length of the song. Looks like Drake employs a lot of people. You know, there's a lot of people in this video. I'm guessing his entourage is pretty big. I think he needs someone in his ear telling him how great he is constantly. So yeah, good employer, probably pays a lot of people and you know all that kind of stuff. I didn't like the song at all.
You didn't like the song? Oh
No.
man.
No.
Oh, wow. You know, I truly
You had hope?
expected. I had hope that you would like this song. I really did.
Yeah. Does he write his lyrics? That's what's reported.
Yes.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, like he does. He has writers in the studio with him sometimes.
Yeah, he needs more.
But I think he mostly writes his lyrics.
I think he needs more writers with it. You know, I guess to me, you know what's funny is right after this song played, I was listening to it this morning. Right after the song played, Espresso by whoever that other chick is came on.
Sabrina Carpenter.
That's the one. And I'm thinking, okay, because I'm guessing that was the song of the summer last year.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And I was like, that has a melody, that has a beat. Like, you know, the lyrics are singable. I'm listening to this and I'm thinking, did he just mention Wayne Gretzky?
and the DVP and the 401.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, I don't know if I could sing along to this because the lyrics are really, I mean, you want lyrics to be repetitive if you want it to be the song of the summer. But I think he keeps talking about baby girl or hey girl or something. I can't remember what it was. And I'm just thinking, this is really poor writing. So, I don't know. That was my thoughts.
Yeah, well, this song, Nokia, is a song from the collab album by Drake and his label mate, Party Next Door. The album's called Some Sexy Songs For You. It came out on
Jesus Christ. Okay.
It came out on Valentine's Day.
Of course it did.
Yeah. Yep. Of course it did. And the cover art for the album is Drake and Party Next Door in like big fur coats, posted up right in front of you know those two towers in Mississauga with that are like kind of
Marilyn Monroe's legs or whatever it's called.
Yeah. They're posted up right in front of those, so those towers are in the background. Because Party Next Door is also from Mississauga.
Yeah. Okay.
So this song was on the album, and I have to be honest, listening to the album is pretty paint by the numbers, R&B. You know, it's Drake and Party Next Door doing Drake and Party Next Door, and then this song starts, and it's just Drake. And I have to say, like, from first listen, I knew it was a special song, at least in Drake's catalog, because he really has no other track that sounds like this. This is Drake doing something fresh and new by his standards. It's just refreshing to hear him trying something new and something different. And it's very much a pop song. It's very much a play for like club radio hit. But I just found it to be so refreshing, especially in the wake of the very very high profile rap beef that he lost last year.
Yeah, he didn't do well.
It did not do well.
Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't resonate with me at all. And I know I'm not the audience that he's going for. I'm in my mid 30s, late 30s, so I'm guessing he's going for a little bit of a younger audience, which is fine. I don't know. It just didn't have any of that zhuzh or any of that fire or magic. I don't know. Just for me, it didn't have. It just didn't have anything like that.
Yeah, it's meant to be a party song, of course. Yeah. And I guess the parties you're going to in mid 30s, like what? It's like wine and cheese and
That's right.
like charcuterie board.
I'm going to the Catalinas. Yeah.
Yeah. You're listening to like Bach and Beethoven, I guess. So.
I do love Beethoven. Beethoven is my favorite.
So Nokia by Drake, probably not making the playlists at the parties you're going to at your age.
Probably not.
37 or whatever you are.
You know what's funny? I think I've told you. I've said this on a previous episode. I was photographing a party one time, and it was a birthday party for a friend of mine. She just turned 30, and I'm photographing the party, and I'm walking around, and I'm sort of getting to like a coffee. There's like this hot chocolate station, so I must have been getting a hot chocolate, and it was like she's a little airy fairy, so the hot chocolate was from like South America, and it was like I'm like a medicine man sort of hot chocolate. It had like healing properties or blah, 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 whatever it was. So I'm to me, it's just hot chocolate. So I'm making hot chocolate, and the guy who was sort of preparing the hot chocolate in the religious sort of way that he was preparing it, he goes, "Oh, how do you know Ree?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah." And he goes, "Are you her father?" And I'm thinking, her father. And then I thought about it, and I was like, "Oh shit, I could be your father." and I was like, "Wow, yeah." I was like, "No, she's my buddy." And I'm thinking, holy shit, yeah, no, I could be. Yeah. So that really shocked me. That was one of the first times where I was like, holy shit, yeah, no, I could be the father of a 30-year-old. That's really messed up.
That must be a very, very humbling thought to have.
Yeah. Like just my instinct was like revulsion, but no, that made total sense.
Yeah, possible. Yeah.
So, yeah. Definitely this is not the song that was made for me. I don't know if it's a song made for anyone personally, but I'll let you claim it. But yeah. Well, now, is it Nokia or Nokia?
Nokia, as in the phone.
Okay, but see, I would call it Nokia. I think that's what I would call it. Again, that might be a generational
thing. Is that how you guys like pronounced it? The phone?
That's how I always pronounced it. Nokia. Yeah.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
I've always heard it Nokia.
There you go. Generation.
Generational, yeah. So, one of the many lines in Kendrick Lamar's beef with Drake that I resonated very strongly with was, I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he act tough. And I think this song, that's why I love this song so much, is it's just Drake just saying, okay, put up the blinders. I'm going to get in my bag and make a club hit. It's definitely mining some nostalgia, a little bit of nostalgia for like the Outkast era in the production and the vibe of it, like very much an Outkast type song. But yeah, and another line Drake has on this same album is he says, "Fuck a rap beef, I'm trying to get the party lit," which is obviously some very very big loser talk. But that's what he did with this song. I think he got the party lit.
Now, when I was watching the video, there is an IMAX thing that came up. So was this recorded for IMAX? Like, do you know the story behind that?
Yeah, the video was filmed entirely on IMAX film cameras.
What a waste of film. That's a lot of film. IMAX is expensive. Yeah. I said,
just for people to watch it on their iPhones or whatever, watch it vertically on TikTok.
You know, like I said, he employs a lot of people. That's one positive thing, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know
mean,
if
I think it's cool. I would love to see more music videos shot in IMAX, but
yeah.
just because I'm an IMAX addict, I think it's
Hmm.
really cool. But yeah, if anything, I think it was probably underutilized the format with this video. Like it's just him and a bunch of like dancers who admittedly are doing
Yeah.
a good job, but it's
No,
nothing
no,
too crazy.
it's filmed really expansive though. So it's obviously if it's IMAX, it's filmed very wide, and it tries to showcase that. Do you know what? I just set up. I got about 100-inch TV, so my TV is quite massive, and
Oh wow,
I just set up a 5 speaker system on my TV.
nice.
So I haven't listened to this song yet on the 5 speakers. So I've set up 2 speakers behind the couch, and then there's 3 speakers in front of the couch. And I was watching Lord of the Rings a couple days ago with the 5 speaker system, and you can hear stuff behind you. Like you can hear orcs and drumming and behind you, and some of the music and some of the battle scenes. It's really immersive. So maybe I'll try this song with the 5 speaker system and see if it sounds any better.
Yeah, and pull up the video on IMAX, watch it on the big screen.
Yeah. No, I'll put it on the TV. I'll put it a big on the TV and see how it sounds.
So do you have like a 4K Blu-ray player, or do you stream all your content?
I do have like a PlayStation, so if that's, I guess that'd be my Blu-ray player.
Nice. Yeah, I
Um,
just the other day I was looking at 4K Blu-ray players because that would be really cool
yeah,
to start watching like some 4K Blu-rays, because streaming 4K it's still
it
not
doesn't.
anywhere
No,
near as good as the discs.
no, it's awful. It doesn't look very good at all, does it?
Yeah.
No, I have a PlayStation 4, which I think is 4K. I do have the 4K. I don't know if I do have the 4K. I know I do have the Blu-ray Lord of the Rings that we watched on it, and it looked really, really good on the TV. So yeah, I'll say it's 4K. May not be, but yeah, we'll go with that.
As long as you like how it looks, that's what matters.
Yeah, yeah, it sounds great. The sound is fantastic. So
Nice.
here's a public service announcement. If your Netflix doesn't sound good and you don't have a 5 speaker system, go into the settings and take it off the 5 speaker system, because I think it defaults to 5.1 when you don't need it to be 5.1.
Really?
So if you don't have the 5.1, go through the speakers and change it. Like go through the settings and change it to standard. It'll sound better.
That's a great public service announcement. I never would have known.
Yep. So there you go. So I think it defaults to 5.1.
Cool. Well, yeah, as I said, I honestly had an inkling of hope that you might like this song. I'm ultimately not surprised that you don't, given your status as a Drake hater, but
Yeah.
that's okay. That's okay. It's swing and a miss. And all I'm saying is maybe at your next wine mixer charcuterie board party,
Yeah.
maybe throw this in the queue next to some of the Beethoven.
Do you know what I did a few days ago? I was staying in the Gold Coast and for work for 4 days. And right next to where I was staying, there was a Taco Bell. So Taco Bell is just starting to get their foothold in here in Brisbane. And I haven't had Taco Bell in a long time, so I went in and got some fast food. But I don't know if they have this back home. They had like a DJ, like a jukebox, and you can pick songs.
Wow.
Like they can pick songs that'll be on the playlist, and then they'll play it. So I picked, like, I think I was there for like 5 minutes picking up just takeaway. And I think I picked like 10 deep cut U2 songs, and then I just left.
Nice.
And like I'm talking like deep cut, like into like deep cut U2, like songs that probably no one's ever heard of, like, because if you're just like a casual fan or don't even know U2. So yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. So I think I might have to come up with like another artist next time I go there, maybe Billy Ray Cyrus or something, just to annoy the people that work there.
Yeah, I've never seen that at a local Taco Bell. That's
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
Yeah. So I'll have to try to think of who's the worst act that I can think of, and just play an entire album of that band and torture the poor souls that work at Taco Bell.
Yeah, you're an evil man.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, was this song better than probably some of his other songs? Yeah, I would say it's probably better than the other songs you've got me to listen to. He doesn't brag as much as like he does talk about how great at sex he is, but other than that, it's okay. It's probably better than other songs.
He's mostly just bragging about how many girls are calling his phone.
Yeah, yeah, I guess.
Who's calling his phone? Do you know?
Don't call his phone. No, just leave him alone. Just leave the Drake alone.
Baby
Let him
girl.
Yeah, just let him just go off into the sunset. He's fine.
All right. Well, what song do you have for me for next week?
All right, so we're going to continue in trying to give you songs for your workouts. Next week, you're going to listen to Queens of the Stone Age with a song called No One Knows.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Who do you got?
And for you, next week, you're going to listen to the song Pumpkin by the band Being Stellar. This is,
Okay.
we're going a bit off the map, a bit underground, a bit
Nice.
more of a low-key band, but I think you'll enjoy this one a lot.
Okay. Looking forward to it. I've never heard of that band, so it's a brand new band for me. All right, let's do This Day in Music History. Okay, and this is the date, July 13th, 1985, where the biggest extravaganza concert of all time was held. This was the day that Live Aid was held in London and Philadelphia. I remember watching it on TV. I would have been 12 years old. I remember watching this on TV, and it was amazing. It was 1.5 billion people in 160 countries around the world listened or watched this concert live on TV. So it was a pretty big deal.
That's awesome. Yeah, very cool day in history. Very, very cool. I've obviously seen the videos and some of the iconic performances. So yeah, very cool.
The most iconic performance was by Queen. I don't particularly like Queen, but let's listen to some Queen from Live Aid. Darren, just hit play.
Okay, this is Ricky Nelson's song. I said hello, Mary Lou.
All right, Nick, what are your plans for the rest of the week?
Well, I work a lot, and then my one day off, I am going to go see Superman, the new Superman movie.
Yeah, it's coming out, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I'm excited for that. And that same night, I'm going to a DJ set at a club not too far from me with some friends.
Okay.
So
what club is it?
Coda.
Nope, don't know.
It's Bathurst and Bloor, so up in that area.
Nice. I have the rest of the week off, so I'm just chilling out. I think I start working Sunday right up until Sunday. So, yeah. So it's going to be a busy week for me. So I'm just going to try to relax as much as I can and do absolutely nothing.
Yeah, take advantage of that.
You know, being a freelance is really, really interesting because I haven't had a single job for the last 2 weeks, which isn't a bad thing because I sort of need to relax a little bit. But the one problem with being a freelancer is that I have a company that owes me $2,000. And they take, because I usually give them like 2 weeks to pay their invoice. And they take right up into the last day of this company before they. So yeah, it's just sitting there. I can see that they haven't even looked at I have this app called Henry that does all my taxes and it does everything for me. And they send these invoices out, and I can see when they've seen the invoices. They haven't even looked. They haven't even opened up the email where the invoices are yet. So yeah, some people pay like right away. Some people pay within hours. I send them an invoice and they pay within hours. Some people are a few days. This one company, for whatever reason, they just wait up until the last day.
Yeah, that's awful. Hopefully they pay you soon.
Yeah, so so just $2,000 just waiting for me there. Yeah, it's awful being a freelancer at times. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Just wait.
Yep. Just wait until they pay me. All right, let's talk about our independent artists this week, and it's a band we featured before. They are called Preloved Things, and they have a brand new album called How Life Strange Is, which I think is pretty funny. It's a pretty cool title. And we're going to listen to the song called Junk. I really dig this song. I love the slow build up. It just swells and swells and swells. And it's a really good song. So congratulations on your new album, guys, and your new single. It rocks. It's a really cool single. All the links will be in the show notes for this band, so go check them out. Remember to support your independent artists. And Nick, we're going to talk to you next week.
You got it.
junk ends. Back to where we began. I'll throw away society. Why can't we start again? Junk rules, junk cars, junk the middle class. Remove all the evidence. Salvation at last. Another blinded moment. Another blinded moment. Another blinded moment. In the eye of the crisis. Blinking crisis. Blinking crisis. Blinking crisis. Has lifted, I can see for miles, and the ranges for the very first time. The burden has been shouldered, drawn forward. Tell your family that you can't. Problem of the problem.
You've been listening to Just Hit Play. To contact your hosts, Peter and Nick, or to be featured on an episode as musical talent, email justhitplay7300@gmail.com. Keep up to date with news and announcements by following on Instagram and Facebook, linked in the show notes. Subscribe on your favourite podcatcher to tune in next week for more sonic delights. And if you can't wait till then, check out the Just Hit playlist on Spotify, linked in the show notes. A special thanks to Braden Munch for the theme song, and thank you for listening.